About 3 weeks ago, Mary asked me to ask how I came to know the Lord. And it's like, okay, so I kind of gave her how I came to know the Lord in a nutshell. And since then, Luke 8 has been coming to my mind. And it's the parable of the sower. And in verses 5 through 8, it goes, as a farmer sowed the seed, some fell onto the path and were trampled and eaten by the birds. Others fell on the rock, and as it grew, it withered and died because there was no roots. Some fell into thorns, and maybe once it grew, it was choked out. And then some fell on the good soil, and it grew to abundant yield. And I think that's kind of what my life has been. I remember in 1982, I mean, years ago, I worked for a little electrical outfit down in Orange County. And I always saw these three guys walking around praying, and they were praying at their lunch, and it's like, okay, come on, give me a break. Then one day, one of them asked me, hey, I want to pray. It's like, okay, I liked the guy, and I didn't want to hurt his feelings. So we went out, and I drove a truck, so we were out by the truck, and it's like, okay, what do I say? He goes, just say whatever comes to your mind. It's like, okay, so I remember saying something, and then feeling this cold presence come over me. And it's like, okay, this is creepy, I'm out of here. I went to work, and that was it. Then, in 97, Donna came up to me and said, because I hadn't been going to church for quite a long time. And Donna goes, Karen's in a play for Easter, you have to be there. And for me, it was church on Mother's Day, Father's Day, Easter, and Christmas. I was a four Sunday father. And I remember 2 weeks before Easter, it's like, okay, fine, I'll start going, because I always gave the excuse, I drove a truck, I had to sleep because I drove Sunday nights. And 2 weeks before, I started going to church, and the one Sunday I was like, okay, no problem. The Sunday before, I remember my legs would not stop moving. They were constantly moving throughout the entire service. Then Easter Sunday came, and I remember the play. It was a play where on one side were all the people that had gone to heaven, and they were laughing and singing and eating at the Lord's table, and they had no cares. I remember on this side was the people that weren't saved, that they were being beaten by demons. And I looked up, and there was my daughter being beaten. And I knew right then that I wasn't going to be on that side. Even before the pastor finished the altar call, I remember I was standing up. I was standing up crying because I needed the Lord in my life. And it was right then that, everything changed in my life. It hasn't been an easy walk. Everybody knows that once you become a Christian, it's tough because there's so much garbage out there. I drove a truck for 20 years and never had an accident, never had a ticket. I was doing good. I finally, after years of praying to get a day job, because I always worked nights, I had my first accident. Took away my Class A license. I ruptured the L5 disc in my lower back. And it's like, okay, you just gave me this job. Where are you going to take me? And I've always believed that this door's going to shut, and then this door's going to open up for me. And he's always been right behind me. I went back to school. I got my first associates in criminal justice, and it was because of the Lord helping me out. In 2006, I had a major heart attack, 99% blockage of one artery. And it's been rough, but I've always known that the Lord has been with us through everything.
Amen.
And reading, to finish it up, reading Luke, to me, that seed was planted years ago. And it's been, I believe, has been right on the edge of the good soil and those thorns, just waiting to see which way it was going to go. In that instance, in church, it blew it into the good soil, and it has blossomed. And I just thank the Lord that I've been able to think of it and just share everything that I've had with you guys. Thank you.